Hey, sorry to bug you before things get started. I'm Taylor Radish. Hi, nice to meet you if you haven't met me. This is part two to a two-part video if you're not aware. This is the exhibition tournament for a format that I helped recreate, revitalize. The first part is in the description. Please go watch that if you are interested in doing this. That's all. I also just wanted to give a quick warning that our audio isn't the best in this video. This was recorded very impromptu. This recording right here is being done like the day before this gets released. It's all good. Just expect squeaky chairs and poor mic quality. So, really sorry. Please bear with us. But these are some really cool games, really cool decks, and I really hope you get to see it and kind of enjoy our commentary. We're kind of new to it, but we wanted to do something really neat. So, sit back, relax, enjoy the tournament, and if you like what you see, come on by the Rogues Gallery. I'd really, really love to have you. Alright, see you later, YouTube. So, let's get it started. Welcome, YouTube, and just hello. I am here, and I'm here with the format creator.
Hello, hello.
We are going to be...
This is our first tournament.
It is. We're going to be commentating it. Hopefully, not awfully. Probably awfully.
I have no experience commentating, so this will be good.
Yeah, me neither, but it'll be fine. Well, I have a little bit of experience, but that's besides the point. Yeah, let's just get into it. So, game one, we have Live Twin versus UA, featuring our base department representative. Game one,
Which is you, of course.
Yes, of course. Game one, we're just going to go through our standard Live Twin line because there's 12 cards. There's 12 copies of this card in the deck. One of the only reasons it's good, as well as Trouble Sunny.
Trouble Sunny's a very strong card.
It's alright. It's about to go, like, +2 here. That's okay.
That's pretty good.
Unfortunately, that Gradle was kind of a bit of a fucking issue, because now they're going into a full
It's a good way to
line.
bait interaction.
P.S. I'm not very good at playing against UA, in case it isn't obvious. I'm going to take a fat chunk here, but I will live on 100, That's all you really need. Unfortunately, one of the things Live Twin is not very good at is beating negates. So let's see if we can do it with this.
There's only one negate on field.
That's all he needs. I actually was sweating over this a long time, this particular play, and I just never had a way into it. The Math Mech will lock me into Cyburst. If I was able to get that and a little bit freer extension, I could have gone into Diana the Light Spirit, my bad, and managed a line that hopefully we'll get to show off soon. So game two, your Live Twin player is one down. And for those who didn't notice, yes, that was Leviathan, Water Leviathan Agnister. This deck does some stupid stuff.
Hopefully we'll be able to see it in one of these games.
Yeah, hopefully.
Just our standard Live Twin combo going first here. Setting Dice Foon.
Well, it looks like... gotta look like Eldritch somehow.
The Twin Twisters of the format.
Ah, yes, the Twin Twisters that deals 1,000 burn damage for me. Anyway, hang on. What's Evil Twin present hitting here? Warning Point specifically, which is a staple trap in the format. Just kind of a stop anything turn one. We also had a network trap hole and a second warning point. Awesome. Gee, I wonder if these were sided in for Live Twin. Do you wonder?
Yeah, Live Twin, a bit of a boogeyman in the format. Everyone was it was on the radar for everyone.
I'm just like most boogeymen for the format. It is not actually that good. Yes, 2. We're gonna clear the
for MST.
Yeah, we're gonna clear the whole back line and draw a card here, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna Live Twin Trouble Sunny just for setup in the future, I think. Yeah, I was playing very badly this tournament. I don't know why I did any of the get to kill stuff, but
putting a bit too much into one play there.
Game 3, Oh, hang on. I can't watch Coco's perspective. Memory loss and network trap hole. So we go for the dice spoon and hit one again. So mad about this.
Never lucky.
Here's my misplay right here. Getting memory lost with Lilla. Um, I was attempting. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't win this one. I'm attempting to go into a line with Cyber Switch that goes into a code breaker line for link plays that I could hopefully just end on the link board. But I didn't get a light into rotation, so I couldn't special summon the Diana, which is what I needed to actually do this line.
But you could have searched the Kill instead of the Lilla, right?
Yeah, that was my mistake, and that's probably what caused me to lose the game.
Unfortunate.
I'll let you watch it out, but yeah, I mean, I wonder if anyone's looking at this and saying, yeah, I wonder. Also, that top
UA
deck
hand
that top deck's disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, the hand was not looking too hot until we drew that signing deal. That gets everything turned on.
Yeah. I'm more mad now that I'm saying that signing deal was a draw for turn. Awesome.
And the second Diana.
Just a reminder of my hubris. I will be doing more about this deck because this deck is cool as hell. It just didn't do anything this match. But yeah, congratulations to Coco on UA for moving on to round 2. Alright, here we are with game 2. We have Arch on Dinorphia. Here, I'm actually going to go on Saz's perspective. Arch on Dynamorphia. Is that how you're supposed to say it?
Yeah, there's an M in there.
Dynamorphia, okay. Versus Saz on Gaia Armed Dragon Thunder. So,
a deck I haven't seen in action yet. It was originally an Armed Dragon list I gave him, but he added a bunch of Gaia stuff, which I haven't been able to watch. I've heard it's been really good, though.
So we're sending Dynamorphia alert. So would you tell us about the Armed Dragon Thunder stuff you were doing prior?
Well, the Armed Dragons are just a really consistent package at getting a lot of dragons into rotation and some big guys on field, but they don't really do much on their own, and they only really get to about 4k damage on their own, too.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like if you add the Gaia stuff together, you can add this fusion here, which is at a clean 5200 attack.
Yeah, thank you, Spiral. Thank you, Spiral Fusion, for your contributions.
Gotta say, the OTK deck against the deck that pays half its life points for every card, not a great matchup for Dynamorphia.
Oh, true, but, you know, it is Dynamorphia. They have ways to stay alive, but this deck is so interesting. Like, the Gaia engine is decent already, but putting it in a naturally dragon-centric deck is just so fascinating to me.
I didn't realize this Gaia here just summoned a level 5 dragon.
Yeah, he, usually you're getting cursed. Oh, well, you know, sometimes your set cards is double Sonic. That was over quick. But yeah, sometimes you just, you usually get Curse of Dragon, the Cursed Dragon with that effect. But you can get Thunder Dragons too. This deck is very silly. Alright, game 2.
On to game 2. We've got some of the really cool cards in this deck, actually. Dragoonity Armagram is literally a Dragon Ruler. This deck is just allowed a Dragon Ruler.
Yeah,
it's the only one.
This card is amazing. Just read this. Like, this is so good. Anyway, Spiral Fusion for Gaia, the Magical Knight of Dragons.
If I remember, this is kind of like a Trident.
Yes, this card is literally Trident.
That's pretty cool.
So it's a quick effect pop, and if it destroys a monster by battle, it gains 2600 attack. So you can easily get this up to like 78, I think that is, which is really funny. And charging Gaia here makes it Armades, which is really funny.
Damn.
The Gaia engine
follow-up in the hand looks really, really good too.
Yeah. Well, we're getting rid of charging Gaia, getting Guan Yun, popping the Guan Yun, and we're going for Theresa now.
That baits the interaction, but it looks like that's the end of the turn too.
I mean, Dynamorphia.
Dynamorphia, I think that's all they do anyways.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're just trying to normal summon your Dynamorphia set 5. Sonic, Domain, and Bad Aim. Now, Domain's the good card, right?
Summon a fusion?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good. That's that's how they get them out, I'm pretty sure.
I'm going for the Thunder Dragon line. I'm just going to pop a quick speed, and that's so crazy. Go for Arm Dragon level 5, activate the Arm Dragon level 7, pitch the Arm Dragon level 5, activate the Arm Dragon level 5, get the
Yeah,
level
so each
10.
of the Arm Dragon Thunders, they have an effect when they're discarded and an effect to discard to level up. So by having just any number of them in hand, you get to trigger all of their effects.
Mm-hmm.
And you really just get to do this for free, even though they would normally minus you every time.
And it's pretty consistent too, because you can at least get really good access to level 3 thanks to Arm Dragon Flash. And if you're wondering how Arm Dragon Flash hasn't topped, Dragon Link decks that played it were not good Dragon Link decks.
It's just a worse quick launch.
In every way. But it is very cool. Going for Armogram for just the straight up Dragon Ruler.
Oh yeah, it also just does this after it battles.
What is
to keep resources?
What does equipping it do?
Equipping it keeps it out of the graveyard. Also in main 2, you can negate cards equal to the number of equips you have. And it's a permanent negate.
Oh, that's a permanent negate.
Yeah, it's a slow negate, so it's not an interruption. But if they have like a field spell, or no, it's only for monsters. If they have a monster that sticks around after this, you can just negate it forever.
You can use that on the Nordic boss monster.
Yeah. It's a good way to clear cards by attacking around them.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are going for multiple Dinomorphia fusions.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a bad commentator for this. I haven't read a single fucking one of these cards.
Me neither, but I heard about this after the match. One downside to playing Dinomorphia is Dice Foon. I would look into other cards.
What else are you gonna play? Jing Zhen Hu Replica? Actually, that doesn't sound so bad.
We'll figure something out. But yeah, 1 or a 6 just closes out the game on its own.
Oh, goodness. Saz is simply the most skilled duelist I think I've ever seen. We have Cat versus Slaps.
So this game goes forever.
So this is Monkey Flip versus fucking Big Bird Turbo. I don't know why we're seeing Nephthys, but I'm happy that we are.
So Nephthys is a very cool deck that we have here. I remember when all these cards came out, they're an interesting engine, but even for this format, they might be a little too slow.
I think that the only thing that this deck has going for it is so hang on, we'll just clarify right here because this is going fast. We got the Jarelth, we got the Angel, and we got Summoner of Illusions, and we're playing this for kind of everything, but
we've got a big fusion package here for targets.
Right, we can make Gaia Drake the Universal Force, which is it's all right. It beats
That's wow. That's
it
not
beats,
a bad effect.
Yeah, it beats Trouble Sunny, which is pretty nice. We have Alternative Ultimate Dragon, which is looks like it's strictly better.
Well, it's not unaffected by monster effects.
No, it's not. It can be targeted, but
oh wait,
no,
yeah,
actually, it can't be targeted.
Straight up better.
This is just straight up better.
Weird.
I read this card, and Shura the Combat Star, which is actually Combat Star might be real in this format. No one's quite sure.
Need some more testing.
We don't have Poly, but we do have Face Card Fusion, and that's all we really need.
But yeah, Summoner of Illusions, a cool way to get these out of the extra deck in a flip-based deck with... We have Drelth, we have Tindangles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if we've seen any yet, but we do have some crawlers in here too.
Yeah. I'm not completely sure that... has Summoner of Illusions really never topped? I would have imagined someone would use this for something stupid back in the day.
No, this card was bad then too.
Well, it's bad, but people played bad shit back then. Alright, we're getting...
Oh, I realized why the things are in the fusion monsters are there now. They can't be destroyed by Summoner of Illusions effect, which normally kills them in the end phase.
That's
That's that's
very
very
funny.
cute.
That's very funny, but I also hate it.
It's a good way to keep them around. Anyways, we've got some Neff displays going on here.
By the way, Speedroid Duplicate. Just wanted to point that out. We're playing
It's
Speedroid
Compulse.
cards. I guess.
Gonna go for the ritual here. Good thing to get looping.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Wait. Why are we not triggering Virus Swordsman here? Because we didn't leave a zone open.
No, we're just not playing the engine.
Why are we not playing the engine?
This is just a Link 2 with 2300 attack.
But we have the perfect arrows to play this engine. Why are we not playing the engine?
Because it's very hard for this deck to get 4 materials on board.
It just did it!
It did it because the opponent set 3 and passed.
Shut up. Alright, we're gonna get the Drelth, get Summoner of Illusions, and oh boy.
Gaia Drake sticking around.
This is a very stupid tech, but unfortunately,
Fortunately, we have Compulse.
yeah, this doesn't beat Compulsory Evacuation Device, which is for the better. We're just sending Tindangles. We're just playing Tindangles. But here's a Crawler Receptor. Trekkie, you have any thoughts about the Crawler
Resident
monsters?
Crawler expert. They're a very cool engine, a deck I might look back into again. I know Kat picked this up after I showed him my first list.
Mm-hmm. I think Angel and Raviner, that's so interesting. Normal Summon Spirit of the Fallwind, this is very interesting. Just getting a card from deck to hand.
Yeah, it's just searches Drelth, who then searches anything.
Yeah. Very stupid things this deck does.
It's cool, though.
It is.
I like what this deck can do.
It's kind of neat, yeah.
Intruder searching and dying.
What if she mills him out?
You can't mill out this deck, unfortunately.
Awesome. Anyway, this is fun. This what I'm seeing right here, real fun.
Oh yeah.
We're going to Sumterra Behemoth Fiendes. And, we're just doing crawler things, baby. We're going into
Rasterlager. This is a really cool card.
This is
kind of like the access code of the format.
Why does everyone?
It's a really, really bad access code, but it's cool.
I know why everyone calls this the access code, but we really need another name for it.
It's because of the arrows.
It's the arrows and the effect. I know.
Well, the effect is awfully similar. It gains attack if you summon it with a big link, and then you can pop cards.
It's literally
the same
just
arrows.
shitty access code. It's awful.
Yeah, but it's shitty access code that came out like half a year before access code.
True. Anyway, we made many set cards. Activating Renewal of the World, getting rid of that conductor of Nephthys. Am I mistaken, or is this just not a terribly good hand for Nephthys?
Not really. The Renewal is a really cool card. It essentially lets you ritual summon from deck. The only problem is that it takes an entire turn and a half to do, because you can only use one effect.
But ritual summoning from deck!
That is quite good.
Anyway, I wonder what's going on here, you know?
Doing more crawler combos. Deus Ex is a little scary. Oh, here we have a really cool card. Soul and Luna.
Soul and Luna is very awesome. This card is super good. It's so basically at once it's a Book of Moon and a Book of Taiyu.
Or double Book of Moon or double Book of Taiyu.
Oh yeah, you can make a double book. It's very interesting in this deck. What is an interesting?
Super versatile in flip decks.
Mm-hmm. What isn't interesting is that we're using it for Summoner of Illusions, but you know, you can't.
It's a cool win con.
You can't always get what you want. Sure, it's just gonna walk
24,
over
and
24.
that's game.
Yeah. This deck is good. So we're starting with Special Hurricane. I think that's actually probably quite wise.
Can this pop face down special summon monsters? I assume it could.
It
yeah.
can. So
that's a pretty good way to clear these boards.
We're going third here.
We are. Luckily, this is a deck that you can go third against.
Yeah, I guess. All right, so we're getting the win medium. Looking forward to getting Ausa in this. I like the Ausa version of this, by the way.
Yeah, I hope Ausa doesn't top. That would be a really cool card to have.
Uh, well, never mind. I was gonna say something real dumb. We're gonna network trap hole here. That's a little unfortunate.
That does suck. We saw the field spell here, which is cool. One of the reasons to play Nephthys. Each time you destroy a wind with a card effect, you just get to summon another one from deck.
Yeah, its effects are negated, but who cares? It's just free
Well,
material.
they all trigger when they're destroyed anyways, so...
Yeah, yeah. World Legacy Pawns here is oh.
This is the way that they stop themselves from decking out. It also lets them quick flip.
Yeah, this is unfortunate.
And if you quick flip Angel, it also ends the battle phase.
That's just so interesting. By the way, Jackie, first of all, this is cool because it destroys, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So if it's destroying from deck or hand or whatever, it triggers Shrine of Mist Valley. Very funny.
Yeah, Shrine does not care where the monster is destroyed from.
Why would it?
Destroy
Why
in
should
hand.
it? Why should
No,
it care?
As long as it goes to grave.
Why should it care if it's being destroyed in the fucking deck?
So this deck snowballs. That's basically how it gets going.
Yeah, speaking of Snowball, Malevolent Sin, one of the few rank 4s that's good in this format.
Yeah, surprisingly, after like 40 rank 4 toolbox cards were played throughout history, there's still like 2 or 3.
There's a couple. There's a couple.
Very few left, but still a couple.
Last hope of Nephthys here as our last hope. So, you know, gotta give it our best here. We're gonna destroy the Malevolent Sin and the Matriarch.
And the Matriarch.
Trigger
Shrine.
Yeah. We're just going to battle, baby.
But we will flip Drelth here.
For the Deus Ex Crawler, which we get back right away, I believe.
Yeah. Sending Deus Ex so that the Glial that's being attacked can summon it.
Gosh, this is so stupid.
It's really cool though.
It's cool, but it's so dumb. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't root for a flip deck. I'm sorry, Chucky. It's not in my blood.
No, it's fine. We've got the Special Hurricane to out the Deus Ex.
The problem is that it also outs our beater. Anyway,
It does, but that's fine.
We're gonna Threatening Roar and do this, but now we're gonna Special Hurricane.
Yeah, and that triggers Shrine.
Yeah, for Chronicler of Nephthys. Where is this woman's eyes?
Under her mask. It's got like a face thing.
I feel like I see her eyes by this point. Anyway, we're just gonna go like plus 1,000,000 here real quick. No big deal. Oh, this deck struggles to get out 4 materials, huh?
This is turn 9.
Shut up. Tindangle, a Deus Ex Crawler, and we're gonna Warning Point the Nephthys Sacred Preserver.
Yeah, we've got 2 really slow decks that are trying to snowball advantage. Very slow match, but fortunately, one of them will not advance.
True. Thank goodness for that.
Will be just face down Pendulum Summon. Actually, that'd be a cool deck.
I do not think that would be a cool deck.
It'd be funny at least.
It would be funny. We're just adding everything to our deck at this point.
Going for Rasterliger. Going for the pop, but getting compulsed in the process.
I'm interested why we didn't why we couldn't compulse earlier.
Because you either target the monster, which floats anyways, off being popped, or you target the back row, which trades really nice with being popped, because it's chainable. So you kind of just let them.
That's fair. Well,
Since they have to tribute a monster to do it.
Unfortunately, even though even though they're taking a million years to get to the solution, the solution is pretty obvious in my opinion. We're going for a second Raster Liger. This deck is
Actually, I
just.
think that's the same one. We
Oh
bounced it.
yeah, I guess we did bounce it, and
And that's
Slapsticks lost the
game.
game. That looks absurd, but gosh, this deck is so
To be fair, they were both letting each other play for quite a while.
yeah, they that was what Crawler Tindangle does when it's given as much time as it needs. All right, this is you.
Yeah, this is me. This is the last game of round one as well. I am on Solfa Chord, a deck that I was one-tricking for this tournament.
Indeed.
Uh,
Well, I
really
mean,
cool stuff you can do. Really cool tools you have available here. You've got Pendulum Treasure, which is just foolish for pendulums, and you've got the Spell Engrave, which is Pend Call, but the thing you discard goes to the extra deck too.
yeah. Have you ever read this card? This card is stupid.
This card is Pend Call, or if you have scales already, it's Pot of Greed.
Yes, it's this card is a little obnoxious.
So I will be sending the Cutia here, which will search a spell trap, getting the trap which can pop a card as long as I have both an even and an odd scale.
And what do you know? A 1 and an 8.
Yeah. It counts my monsters as well,
Oh,
even though they're not pendulums. So if my 8 scale got popped, I actually have a 4 scale in the EMZ right now, so I would still have both.
that's so interesting. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I think this is the only archetype that takes advantage of that.
This archetype is so weird. Anyway, so on the other end of things, we're seeing aliens. We're seeing alien cards.
We've got aliens, we've got Ogdoadics,
The
we've got a
reptile,
Titanicider in hand, which
the
is a really
rept-
cool trap.
the reptile pile. Anyway, alien overlord, normal summon alien dog.
Placing a lot of counters, going for a Kidna here,
Which is just
reducing the attack to 0.
so horrifying. We're gonna search anything. We're gonna search Nawa, the Ogdoadic remnant, to send.
Sending that one, which tributes to summon itself.
Right. All right. Where are we going with this?
Summoning back this one.
For the Ogdoadic water lily. Have you guys read this card? It's foolish, and then it's a reborn.
Yeah, this is like insane. It's such a crazy card.
You can print anything. You can give reptile anything.
They did. Going for telepath here. This just pops a spell trap.
Yeah. So rest in peace, pendulum treasure.
It's fine. That was just set as a bluff.
That's fair. I'm gonna target the Gracia.
Yeah, we're gonna pop the Gracia and we're gonna get in for 26.
And set
I
to.
do have an extra arrow to summon to
Uh-oh.
now, thanks to the Zerol.
So for some reason, Aledia just doesn't show up on my Edo Pro. But
Oh, that's fine.
rest assured, this is Aledia.
It is Aledia. I'm gonna normal here first to bounce one of the back row before I go for my plays, which is one of the very few ways we have to interact with back row non-committally.
Right.
This time we're gonna search for the field spell, which is a crazy field spell.
What is the
Once
field
per
spell?
turn, pop a card. Once per turn, add from extra deck to hand, and once per turn, fix a scale.
Very nice. Anyway, we got the A cell recombination device, and we put a couple A counters on these.
Yeah, that was a bit of a misplay on my part. I didn't realize telepath had the
A
attack
counter
reduction effect. So I kind of attacked into it in the wrong order, but it didn't really matter in this game. As you'll see on this next turn here, we're about to clean up everything.
Pulling the Ammonite is just so disgusting.
Yeah, we're going to reborn this, pop the field spell. It's going to let me summon back, but all this does is block damage.
All right. And this is the thing, right? Is just because you can print anything in Reptile, but it's never good enough. It's plenty good enough here. So this deck just does stupid shit like this and just pops your opponent's entire board. This was done.
Yeah,
This could have been done on 0 cards. I just wanted to point
and
that
then we
out.
make Golgar bounce the other one. No point in bouncing the scale, by the way. We're just doing it because we can.
We're just doing it because we hate you. Not
Putting
we
the
you as
counters
in
on
like you.
there.
Go to Ancient Ruins, getting back the Overlord, activating Stealth Buster finally, and getting in for well over lethal.
There it is.
Your pendulum deck looked really good, Trekkie.
It's alright.
All right, game 2 of Sulfur versus versus Alien. We're gonna activate Null, or yeah, Naoya for Null, whatever.
Yeah,
We're
this
going to
time
get.
we've got Alien going first.
Mhm.
M-Frame placing 8 counters on itself.
Disgusting.
Which is all the counters it needs to pop off. Even though I've played against this deck a million times, I still can't tell you what these cards do because every card is completely unique.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like overarching thing that they all do.
Right.
They're just all unique and they interact in different ways.
Well, this is a pretty decent board, I think.
Oh yeah, we've got the lock. Zerol negates anything with a counter on it,
Mm-hmm.
and Alien Kid puts a counter on anything that's special summoned.
Gosh, isn't that so interesting?
This is Baguska,
Yeah.
but on a Link 3.
This is a very difficult deck to play, in my opinion.
So we've got 2 scales here. We're going for the 5. It gets negated, but we can tribute summon for the 6, which isn't negated because it wasn't special summoned. The 6 is a Lone Fire Blossom. So we're going to go up into the 8. It will be turn to defense, and then we'll set our trap, and we'll pass it there.
Why did we out the Arit instead of the Alien Kid?
Because Code Ancient Ruins just summons it back.
That's so interesting.
Yep. This deck has just so many tools. It's
It has game against a lot of stuff.
very hard to break through.
And I think what this should illustrate is it isn't obvious from just looking at the decks, I don't think. But, all right, we're going to bounce the scales here. It isn't obvious from just looking at the decks, but we're playing with power here. It's not like we're playing like the worst Yu-Gi-Oh you've ever seen. There is really good stuff in this format. I think that we've seen a lot of that. It's just the stuff that's below TCG level.
Which I think is really cool to see. That'll wrap up the game, though.
Yeah.
2 quick ones.
So what was Sulfur supposed to do about this?
This was the matchup I was most afraid of going in.
Okay.
I played against Goat a lot of times in testing, and he actually understands Sulfur better than anyone else here, except me. I was really hoping to play against someone who didn't know what my deck did.
I mean, I haven't read a single one of them. My eyes glaze over when I try to read Sulfur.
Exactly, that's the game plan.
All right, we're starting. We're starting back in round 3, round 2. Sorry, I promise we didn't skip a round. With Coco versus Salz. So we have Armed Dragon versus UA. How you thinking about this hand already, Trekkie?
This is not a great UA hand, I think. I know we'd prefer to have Impact instead of Alligator.
Well, yeah, Impact finds Alligator. But we're just getting Warning Point, Bad Aim. You know,
we're kind of just sitting on 2 traps.
This is surprising that we didn't Warning Point the Bombarding Catapult Turtle. It's so amazing in this deck. It just finds anything.
Yeah, it summons the level 5 from deck, which you can immediately just use with Lightning.
Yeah, we're gonna
use
Lightning
for
now.
the extra attack.
We're gonna get Libero Spiker for UA Player Manager to attempt to pop the set card, That is going to be Spiral Reborn. Gosh, if this wasn't a trap card, it would be played in every Gaia deck, I swear. Have you seen
This
this?
is this is a weird card to be playing in what I'm pretty sure is an OTK deck.
Well, sometimes you play it because it's searchable, and sometimes you just can't get the OTK off. So making a big asshole on like turn 5 or whatever is usually good enough.
Yeah, we've usually got enough turns for that in this format. That like it's not bad.
Yeah, we're gonna turn this Greater Alligator front ways, grab the Armed Dragon, and we're gonna get in for a boatload of damage. But we're gonna go in for Mahama the Fairy Dragon.
We're gonna burn with this too.
Oof.
This is a cool. It's a dragon for your armed dragons and for your Gaia fusion.
This is
it blocks attacks really well.
And for those of you at home, yes, this is a staple in NJ Yu-Gi-Oh format. Why do you ask?
Here too, maybe. Hopefully not. But like, it'll still see play here.
I mean, it's like Karibo, you know.
It's a much better Karibo.
It is much better. It's the modern thinkers Karibo.
So what are
Sorry.
Passing turn. Rise another turtle.
Just gonna find another turtle. Why are we warning pointing this one? I'm truly shocked. Anyway, we're gonna go for Perfect Ace for a negate. I'm going to negate Charging Gaia so it can't search. We're just gonna pass.
Just gonna pass.
Smart idea too. That would have gotten us the Spiral Fusion and probably into the game. Finding Armed Dragon Flash. This deck has just so many good top decks. We're gonna activate Ace again.
It's got a lot of starters.
Yeah, but unfortunately we discarded an Armed Dragon, so it actually didn't matter. We're gonna make Cyber / Harpy Lady.
Oh, that's so cool because Mahama's a tuner.
Yep, a 3 and a 5 tunes for an 8. Wow, this card is awesome. If you've never read this
cool card in this format.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Scrap Dragon.
Kind of. Like the worst Scrap Dragon. Well, it's not even that bad.
It's actually quite good.
We're going to get in for a lot of damage here. Saz kind of needs some help. And that is probably enough. We're going to get this
warning point pretty bad here.
Yeah. Are we dead? We're dead.
We are dead.
Armed Dragon couldn't clutch it out.
Moving on to game 2.
Hang on, let's follow the protagonist's point of view. Let's be real here. Stamping Destruction, by the way, very funny in this deck.
I mean, it's better than Dice Foon.
Right, we're gonna get Libero Spiker for Goalkeeper. What does Goalkeeper do?
It just protects itself from battle and card effects.
That's so interesting. Anyway, we're gonna get Armed Dragon Flash here, immediately protecting it. Like we're scared of this baby dragon. Stamping Destruction to hit the network trap hole.
Why did we not network trap hole this E-Telly?
I can't. Is it possible that you can't? Is it possible that we have had no timing to do so?
Am I remembering wrong? And these armed dragons are quick effects? That can't be right.
No, these are not quick effects. I think that Coco's maybe just being a little too conservative with his back row.
Maybe we wanted to wait for it to discard and rank up.
That's possible. We're going to hit the... Finally, we're going to hit the Bombarding Catapult Turtle with the warning point. We're going to get the Armed Dragon level... the Armed Dragon Thunder level 3, pitching the Curse of Dragon, the Cursed Dragon, that we searched
Summon level 5.
Yeah, that we searched from Charging Gaia, get level 5, and pass. That's what has to happen here. We're gonna go for Power Jersey. That's
attack position Perfect Ace.
Very funny.
That's a new one.
Well, you gotta get those beats in, you know. Ironically, I don't think that Goalkeeper would have gotten over that, so you had to get Perfect Ace. We also got the Libero Spiker. We have
Charging Gaia here.
Charging Gaia can add Armed Dragon Thunder level 5.
That's pretty good.
It searches a level 5 dragon. That's so awesome, actually. Oh, this deck is based!
I can't believe how much synergy these two unrelated archetypes have.
It's truly incredible. Well, we're gonna get back our Curse of Dragon, the Cursed Dragon, but it won't resolve. For the better, because that would have been pretty fucking good. We're going to negate with Ace this Armed Dragon Flash, set Lightning, and end our turn. How are we getting out of this one? Well, Power Jersey is a good start.
Jersey banishing the ace is quite good for us.
And we're simply passing. We have no more gas. And this one just adds a card every turn. We're going to Tribute Codebreaker.
Level 10 here, not the level 10 we want to be drawing.
Yeah, not the one we were looking for. Maybe a Dragoonity Armus or whatever would have been a little bit better.
Well, actually, they have another one, Armed Dragon White, which
Ooh,
it banishes 2 from grave to summon itself.
white.
So that's actually a good draw at this point in the game.
Yeah. Well, we're just gonna get 7 here. Activate the 5, add the 7, activate the 7, get rid of the 7, get the 10 from hand. I'm so sorry, buddy. And get the flash.
Searching flash for follow-up.
Going to walk over the player manager, and UA all of a sudden is on 2 cards. This is looking
just passing here. We haven't read lightning.
Yeah.
We're not using the good effect, the cool effect, the gain 3,000 attack effect.
Well, we're styling on him. That's what it is. I mean, just look at this. Look at this advantage loop. Like charging Gaia is just. It's so dumb for so many reasons, but the synergy it has in this deck is insane. Anyway, we finally found Dragoonity Armogram, and we're gonna walk in for not quite lethal, but
just about.
And Coco surrenders.
And that's gonna surrender.
All right, time for the all important game 3, as they say in the biz.
It was a pretty convincing game 1 and a back and forth game 2. Let's see what happens here.
I'm not sure about this Gaia hand.
Well, the traps look bad, but flash here with 2 in hand is pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty all right. We're gonna start with flash. We're on the play. Activate 3.
Discard 7.
Yeah.
7 searches.
This is just such a dumb line.
Discard 3.
Why does this deck get
3
to do
searches?
This? Searching for the bombarding. We're gonna grab the Dragon level 10, and set 2 Gaia spell traps. Awesome. Well, maybe next turn. We're gonna start with Hyper Stadium. We're just gonna pop that before it even resolves, and set 1 card. We had the Soul Read that they just didn't have a starter.
I guess they didn't.
We're gonna Spiral Reborn, but that will be met with a bad aim. Spiral Reborn will get Armed Dragon Thunder level 7. Oh yeah, also this is just Reborn for the deck.
Yeah, it doesn't. We haven't seen. What's the other Armed Dragon?
It doesn't have to turn your guy into towers. Very funny. Yeah, we haven't seen. I assume white is what you're talking about.
Let me find the name of it.
Sure.
I know it's crazy in this deck.
We're getting Armed Dragon Lightning here. We're going to increase the attack finally, just as Trekkie wanted, and walk in for lethal. 5-turn buzzer beater.
There we go, and we use the effect too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You used the effect just as you coached him to. Wow, that was not close.
That was a very heads up pop on the field spell.
All right, well, Saz moves on to finals. What do you think a Moki Moki feels like? Like if you held a Moki Moki, what would it be like?
It's a real life Squishmallow.
I feel
it has the exact same texture.
I feel like yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I want to punch one to see if it deflates like a Squishmallow does.
I feel like I would I feel like if I pick it up, it would be almost liquid. You know what I mean? Like a water balloon.
Oh, I see. Like a waterbed.
Yes, it's like a tiny waterbed. This is so off topic.
It's a water pillow.
I'm gonna put this in with no context while we're
No.
Okay, well, we'll find it eventually. So I believe if I'm not bad at naming, that this is game one of reptiles versus monkey flip, and we're just gonna. I wonder who's gonna win. Maybe it's the guy who opened Foolish and Future Fusion reveal 5-headed dragon.
It's not bad.
I mean, yeah,
Two of the two water lilies a little crusty. It's a hard one to return,
yeah. Well,
but
there's
I think we're gonna be able to play through it.
if only we could discard it. The Summoner of Illusions is a little sussy to have to deal with, but so we're just gonna set World Legacy Pawns, Warning Point, and Angel. That seems about as good as the start gets.
Yeah, Angel does end the battle phase too, so
We're gonna pitch the Ogdoadic, and we're going to send Eliert, Nauya, Alien Telepath, and Karus. I'm just gonna use the fucking OCG names if my name wasn't in the way of them. And we're gonna trigger that, get it back. We're going to get Karus back now by banishing that. And we're going to attempt a Warning Point the Karus. But we had another Ogdoadic. So we're going to activate Alien Telepath. And finally get Snake Lily getting out the alien... we're going to send the Alien Stealth Buster, adding 8 counters, and then we're going to get the Alien Telepath.
and this is gonna pop the back row.
Not yet.
Oh,
This
not yet.
card, this card has to remove 8 counters from opponent's monsters.
Oh, only opponent's monsters.
We're using
Luckily,
this
we have triangle here.
and this is
Oh, making a rank 4. This is new.
This is new, and also this is so dumb that this deck is playing Rika cards. I assume the idea is that you have cards that tribute this, and then you make like Teardrop. Yeah, we're tributing it right now actually, and that's
And
not.
we're going for Hyperiton.
Yeah, that's not Teardrop, but it's pretty fucking close.
This is a negate for specifically monsters right now.
Not bad. We're gonna just normal summon the Summoner of Illusions, walk over it, but we are not in a very good position. Especially not with that alien kid normal. We're going to get the Reptilian out, reduce this to 0, search a card, and what do you know? It's Alien Ammonite. I don't think we can summon it this turn because we just normal summon kid, but, next turn. Spirit of the Fallwind is pretty decent here. It just searches the entire deck. I don't know how this is allowed to exist.
Because it searches flip monsters. That's how.
True. We're going to get Ammonite here and Chain Dog. Is that a chain block? I actually don't know. I do not know how true that is.
Not sure. We're going for the Stealth Buster here.
We are going for the Stealth Buster here. We popped the Dice Foon and made Golgar. Going to target... We're just going to target this thing over and over again.
We're going to try and flip it down to avoid the destruction, but that is not how that works.
Yeah. We're going to get back the Curse. We're going to...
Allow them to summon back from grave. They're going to go 10 Yeeling.
We're going to get
We'll make Zerol.
And Code Ancient Ruins. We're going to end up popping... Sorry, not popping. We're just going to do a little Trunade action here.
We've got 2 of the 3 cosmic ones on board right now. I believe this deck is playing all 3.
What is the last Cosmic card?
It's a main deck one. I think we saw it in one of the games against me earlier. We'll see if we see it again here.
Cosmic Horror, I believe.
I think so.
I think it's Cosmic Horror Gangiel. I don't know why this deck would be playing it, but
I might be thinking of... No, I think I'm thinking of Alien Mother.
ooh, yeah.
They're both tributes for some reason.
We're gonna Code Ancient Ruins and make a second Golgar.
Oh yeah, we can just do that.
And that's lethal. That's exact lethal on board.
Let's go.
So this is a pretty good demonstration, in my opinion, of what happens when Flip doesn't get to just sit there and do nothing. This still isn't ideal. I mean, we only got Viper's Rebirth, but, hey, these are Trishula numbers. We're going to use it to go into Zerol, however. We're going to use it to add 8 counters.
Trish was legal.
If only. We're going to add it to Zerol. We're going to get A-Cell Recombination Device. This is pretty devastating. Psychic Eraser Laser is a staple in this format. There's no two ways about it. Um, do you have any Psychic Eraser Laser stories you want to tell, Trekkie?
This card is a really cool staple in the format. It does not beat Live Twin though. I found out the hard way.
What do you mean it doesn't beat Live Twin? It's perfectly good for beating Live Twin.
Well, it turns out summoning from the graveyard is not summoning from the extra deck.
That's so interesting. Anyway, we're gonna get Null here, send something else. We're gonna get the recombination device, send Ammonite, and Warning Point the Telepath. That actually doesn't matter. We're gonna get Zerol here. We're gonna get rid of the Telepath for Carouse. Welcome back, Summoner of Illusions. I'm sure you're sticking around. We're going to get the what is this called on the screen? I can't actually see it.
Nauya?
No, Nile. There we go. We're going to get the Echidna this time, turn into 0, and search a card. That's going to be Alien Overlord. We're going to get rid of that for the Dusk. Going to put back the banished cards, go into Alien Shock Trooper M frame. This card is so dumb. And just generally walk over the board. But Flip seems to be in a pretty good place here. They can normal summon Spirit of the Fall Wind, add the Jirelth, send a couple things with the Jirelth, and get the Angel and the Intruder. I'm going to make Malevolent Sin here, activate the A counter effect, and we're making A counters, baby.
Survivor, a very cool card in this deck. Essentially a Chaos Ruler in a spell card.
Yeah. Well, here's Snake Rain. Maybe we can make something happen with that. We're going to start with Ammonite. We're going to make Zerol, trigger the Zerol. We're going to get back to Tanicider. No trigger from the Shock Trooper, interestingly. Code Ancient Ruins. Oh, goodness. I'm a little sleepy. I did not sleep terribly well last night. I promise I'm not doing this because I'm bored. We're going to pop the Titanicider. That's interesting. Going to get the Golgar, pop the Angel, and start walking over cards.
Hit the Drelth, hit the Intruder.
And what do you know? They have a full grip again.
But we got in for damage, and we have a full board as well.
That's true. We do have a full board.
A grip of 5 cards is not as good against a full board with 4 in hand.
Oh, I know. But it's just a demonstration of how much this deck pluses for no real reason.
Oh yeah, this deck does plus very hard.
I mean, look at that. It says there's 3 defenders.
It just struggles to convert that advantage into a win con. I believe that's what the summoner is for.
Mm-hmm. I imagine the summoner is the win con, and if you can, link spam. We're going to get back the Ammonite here, but we actually don't really have too much of a target. I'm going to destroy the network trap hole, make Zerol, and hey, Titanicider's back. What a shocker.
That's fine, because we can't flip it this turn.
Yep. And I think that the Golgar would bounce it anyway, so.
Yeah, bouncing it, just a fun way to get it out for now.
Right.
Set it back another turn.
Gosh, this alien deck, I'm gonna be honest, looks so hard.
It looks really hard, but also we are out of room. Like, that's how much this deck can pop off if you really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Is this lethal? It is.
That is lethal. Was that a 2-0?
I thought it was listed as a 2-1.
Why was it listed as a 2-1? I'm pretty sure I just saw it. Huh.
Did we miss a game?
No, he said got it 2-1. What happened here?
How many did he upload?
He uploaded 3. What's going on in the third one?
Did you not play the third one?
I mean, it's here. Here's the third one. Why are we still playing?
Well, it looks like we got this out of order. I believe this should be game two because we just won the last two, and we're playing a third one anyways.
Well, then why is this listed as 3? Did Goat? I
These
think
may have
Goat
been listed wrong.
Goat might have ripped me off. All
Maybe
right.
they played a third one just for fun, you know?
Yeah, let's go with that. Well, I mean, we've seen Goat get the 2 wins. Oh, that second network trap hole is just so awful.
It's
Uh,
fine. We can show off this deck a little too.
yeah, we'll show off the deck. I mean, these decks have actually both been pretty shown off, but I guess we're watching this for funsies. So while we're watching this for funsies, I'm just not going to bother commentating because it's a foregone conclusion. How have you? Why don't you tell us a little bit about the origins of this format?
Uh, it started as like a funny idea, and then it just people were very on board with it. I was surprised how on board people were. I just had the idea of like, what if every card that's ever topped ever was banned? So like, it's a good way of getting rid of like it gets rid of all the best decks now. It gets rid of all the old staples. It gets rid of all the new staples as well. So like, you have to come up with other things to play for generic stuff.
Yeah,
And it was really just one simple rule, but the way it turned out has been really fun.
it's very interesting because it's by design. It's just there's so much under the surface. You only ever see at maximum I'd say about 7 meta decks at a time, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that like there are so many decks that have existed that would have been good if there wasn't like such an insanely powerful deck happening at that same time. And
Yeah,
like
and that's just a
it
that's
happened
just a
for so long that the game power crept beyond that point and the deck just never got a chance.
yeah, yeah, and it's
This
that's just a
is
symptom of like, well, not symptom, but that's just a thing that happens a lot in Yu-Gi-Oh.
this is the format for those decks.
Yeah.
Interestingly, this was this was a format where the reason I'd settled on every card that's ever topped is banned is because I was trying to come up with an alt format where I could play digital bugs. And this is what I came up with.
Chucky, do you think the digital bugs can beat this board?
No, they're still not good here.
You were trying to come up with a format where you could play digital bug, and that format quickly proved the digital bug is not good enough.
I need to make rogues squared, where everything that tops in this format is banned.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Here's what we need to do is we need to have a money match of appliancer versus digital bug. I think that would be a fair fight.
But they're all link monsters.
Shut up. Anyway, we're gonna make the Gaia Drake.
Oh yeah, we've got big guy here.
And
We're gonna
Solon.
soul here, which is a really cool way to get an extra hit out of summoner and stop the attack.
Yeah, for sure. I like the idea of Summoner of Illusions as a staple. I think that the fact that it makes just a 4,500 bungus is so stupid. I mean
Yeah.
that just won the game. So Goat cheated us and lied.
This was supposed to be game two,
Yeah,
but
but
it was a cool game to watch actually.
all right, Trekkie. I am happy to announce that we have made it to finals. Two
Woo.
contestants enter the ring: Armed Dragon Gaia and fucking Reptile.
Two very based decks. Happy to see them in finals here.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed watching them throughout all the games so far.
this was awesome to watch live.
It's been a small tournament, only 8 people, but watching the climb has been pretty good.
Oh, for sure. And it's even these few people have really pushed the format forward and made really cool decks. And it isn't defined. The format isn't defined yet. I think that
It not defined at all.
if
So many people on multiple decks that they're going back and forth between.
mhm.
Some people are brewing really hard on individual decks. I can see that the future is going to get a lot better too.
It's gonna be crazy. This format goes crazy. Um, I'm excited. Are you excited for it?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, we
Let's.
we can talk about the future after this match. Let's get it going.
Yeah, right now we've still got this game. We started with a flash.
This
Going
looks
for
pretty good.
3, discard 7. Search. Going for 5, discard.
We're gonna make
Search.
we're gonna establish the 10 here.
7,
Um,
discard. Summon 10.
yeah.
Make lightning. Add from grave to hand. Set pass. What did we set? It was
Uh,
another flash, right?
Flash. Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
Flash. This is unfortunate though. Our reptile opponent opening Snake Rain Water Lily. That's that's the pen called Dark Worm of this format.
It's pretty crazy.
It says do whatever you want in reptile. We're gonna get back the Nowu Ares, the Vernal Dragon.
This is a pretty cool card in Arm Dragon. We haven't really seen it yet, but it's something you can discard with any of the Arm Dragons, and then while it's in grave, you can pitch one from hand to summon it. It's a Wind Dragon for the typing to match up, and because it discards for cost, it also triggers the Arm Dragons.
That's so
It's
interesting.
essentially another member of the archetype, although because it's not named, you have to hard draw it.
Mm-hmm. So it's just an extra copy if you need it.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing to have like one of in rotation,
Mm-hmm.
but it does banish itself when it leaves the field, so best thing to do is make an Xyz.
So it's not quite the lock, and we have Mahama to kind of recover here, but the recombination device is a little horrifying. That was about as ideal of a turn as I think this deck could have asked for.
Yeah, 3 level 3 and an armored dragon. Not a really great grip here.
No, not a good grip either. So what does
All of
Armed
our
Dragon, the Armored Dragon, do?
Oh, it's really bad.
Why are we playing it?
I mean, it does summon from deck, but it has to kill by battle.
You know what
It's
else summons?
literally a Flame Veil Fire Dog.
You know what else summons from deck?
All the armed dragons.
And 3 copies of Armed Dragon Flash? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we're getting punished for it right now. But then again, I can't blame anyone for probably losing this game. Like, that was just such an ideal opening from Alien.
Yeah, and a very, very sticky turn 3 hand for Armed Dragon Gaia.
Oh, no, none of the Gaia stuff, by the way. That was probably one of the bigger issues. But yeah, replay ended. Rest in peace. We still have another couple games though, I'm sure. Game 2, here we are, and this is this is also looking a little suspect, but it's fine. You get pretty good access to a Gaia line thanks to charging Gaia.
Mhm.
So we have the Magical Knight. We're gonna get the Cursed Dragon. The Cursed Dragon. We're going to get a second charging Gaia for insurance, I suppose, because we already had the Spiral Fusion. We're going to set Spiral Reborn, and that's pretty ideal for Gaia. But let's see what Alien can do. We're gonna Mysterious Triangle this card right away. Unfortunate.
Just completely outs it before we can pop anything.
Well, it's not. It's not. He's not fully out of the woods with it regarding.
No, that's a very good way to clear our only point of interaction.
Right, but we do have a Spiral Reborn, so.
Yeah, we're gonna be saving it here so that we can just summon on the end.
Right. Here we are. Bombarding Catapult Turtle's interesting. We're going to get the Magical Knight. Activate the Magical Knight. Get out the Cursed Dragon, the Cursed Dragon. Get a second Spiral Fusion. We're just playing Gaia stuff. we're just playing Gaia, baby.
We're going to attack. We're going to buff it to 78. Wow.
This is a huge beat stick. And Snake Rain.
Snake Rain's quite good. We're going to clear this one, but even if we clear the one with 3 on it, we've still got a pop.
Yeah, we do have a Dryden. We're going to use it now. We have the Drag, and we're going to add the Ogdoatic Water Lily. Do you think that was maybe a little premature?
I'm not sure. With this deck, you really want to clear monsters before they can assemble multiple, because they need monsters to tribute to summon the Ogdoadics.
Right.
But there's so many free monsters as well that, like, you can never exactly clear all of them.
Do you think
it's really tough.
Do you think that this deck could get away with playing a single Night Sword Serpent?
I think it absolutely could.
Are we playing Night Sword Serpent? I actually don't think he is.
I don't think we are. I think it could get away with it. It's certainly the only deck that can benefit off of it.
I mean, think about like
But
Water Lily, dump Sword Serpent, revive something else. That's two free bodies off Water Lily.
it is. But also, this deck has so many free bodies already. It might be too bricky of a free body.
That's fair. Well,
There's game.
congratulations to a rad goat on Alien, making it look fucking competent. Um, that was something else. R.I.P. Saws, man. Like that was nutso. Didn't really, he kind of drew conflicting halves, and that's kind of the weakness of Arm Dragon. Really, anything playing the Gaia engine, um, is that if you just draw bad halves, like nothing you can really do
Yeah,
about it.
a deck with two halves really needs to draw both of them to work together.
Right. And we just didn't. And I mean, this reptile deck, this reptile deck just runs a train, dude. Like, it's
Yeah,
so insane.
and Goat's an incredibly good pilot. He's been one-tricking this deck for like 2 months
Yeah,
up until this tournament.
he's been practicing, and I can really appreciate that.
He knows what he's doing for sure.
Yeah. Here, let me get the list so I can show it on here. Do
We
you have
only
any?
saw one game where he went off script and he went into the Rika link and everything. But even in that game, he did it so confidently. Like,
It was so
it,
good.
when he was forced to play something that he wasn't expecting to, he just did it. Like, that's how much he knows his deck.
Yeah, absolutely. I respect his competence at this deck, and I think that the deck is crazy, and I think that this is a good indicator of the potential this format has at the top. It's a good indicator of the potential that we have to show off really strong stuff in this format. Um, I'm just happy that we got to have a look at it. So here's the deck that he was working on, and just look at this. This is so clean.
Yeah, lots of 3 ofs. We know what we're doing in this deck. We're on the virus card, which I don't think we got to see in any of the games, but this card is absolutely crazy if
We
it
saw him.
resolves.
We saw him draw it in the game we weren't paying attention to.
Oh, fantastic. This card is insane with the Link 3 on board. It's remember how Dog puts a counter on everything special summoned?
Oh yeah,
This just does it for free.
yeah,
Like, it's a lingering effect for 3 turns. It's absolutely crazy. And it destroys everything when you activate it too.
yeah. This card is nuts. This deck is nuts. I think that this deck's really cool, and I just want to say congratulations to a Rad Goat for their uh, first of all contribution to the format. They were one of the first here, and for winning the tournament.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
this was a crazy showcase.
So do you have any thoughts about the future of this format while we're here?
I think it's in a really good place right now. We've got another tournament coming up, and I know I've seen some brewing going on in like I haven't been part of any of it, but I've seen some screenshots being posted and some discussions being had, and there's some really cool decks coming up here.
Yeah, I'm excited. I haven't been part of the brewing myself. I haven't been doing a bunch of brewing, mostly because I'm very uncreative and I'm not sure what I want to play right now. But
I, I've got a few decks I'm working on right now, actually, and I could definitely. There's so many options available that like I might not even stick with one of these two. I might do something completely different.
yeah, there is so many options in this format, and I just think it's so cool. Well, any last thoughts for the good people at home?
Um, I hope to see you all in the format. It's looking to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to have more people here brewing, finding new decks, finding new staples and ways to interact with your opponents. I tried making a big list of all the staples that are available, but there's still like so many ways to interact with people outside of singular cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, we've reached a point where we're now finding like people are playing engines in decks, which like we really didn't do
Yeah.
in this first tournament. but now we're realizing like uh, a good example would be we saw Coco Bird on UAs in this tournament,
Yeah.
and he had like a small Gradle package, which is like the closest thing to an engine we had here.
I
But
disagree. I think
moving
that
forward,
the Gaia stuff was the engine that we should be looking at.
well, that was like a whole deck though.
I
Like
guess.
I would hardly call that a small engine that accomplishes a goal on its own.
Well, I mean,
But
so let me put it this way. It's so much more than an engine in Arm Dragon, but Gaia, like the Gaia cards, is just an engine on its own.
it's a whole deck on its own, I would say.
Um,
But I know like in Coco's list moving forward, now he's looking at like using live twins as an engine instead of Gradles
of course he
because
is.
there's like an extra normal summon available that UAs don't really use, and there's tons of room in the extra deck, and like there's a lot of room that people are finding for improvement, and they're finding things to fill that room with, which
Yeah,
is good.
it's cool. I'm looking forward to finding the ceiling of this format, and I'm looking forward to brewing more with the people on here. So if you want to come brew with us, and if you want to come destroy our format, please feel free. Um, we're happy to have you.
Yeah, we'll be opening up the server to the public once this video goes live, so
Yeah.
we'll hope to see you there.
Yes, I will put a link in the description, and I'll put it on screen now if I'm
Yeah.
not too lazy with the editing.
Please share the video around as well to anyone you think might be interested in the format.
Yeah, we could use as many people playing as possible, and we're always happy to have new people come on. So
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
that's all my thoughts.
Excellent. Um, well, take care, YouTube, and thank you so much for watching. What is that? That was nice. I like that.